right now in the studio, Silicon Soldiers. I thought you guys were gonna sing a hello.
Hello. Well, we did it.
That is freaking amazing.
Yeah, we're just talented.
So right now in the studios, you just heard the song "By Your Side" by Silicon Soldiers, and they're in the studio right now. Silicon, not silicone.
Not silicone.
Not silicone.
Silicon, one of those.
Yeah, Silicon Soldiers is what we tell people.
Silicon Soldiers. We can rock.
Yep.
Nice. And you guys, when did this album come out that I just played that song from?
This July 2016, July 7th, I think, is like when it technically came out, but yeah.
Yeah.
Before we get on with our Silicon Soldiers interview, not today, but earlier this week in physics, one of the members of Silicon Soldiers asked our physics teacher a silly question. So right now we're going to have a
Sig Fig pop quiz.
Yes, a Sig Fig pop quiz
Okay.
for Nick Cameron.
Here we go.
Nick Cameron, what is the definition of a sig fig and how is it used in physics?
It is a significant figure. If she had just said that, I would have known. I just never heard it called a sig fig.
That's amazing.
Yep, I learned a lot this past week.
All right, now we can get on with the real interview.
Okay, good.
So Silicon Soldiers, how long have you guys been together?
About 2 years now.
Yeah.
A little bit more.
Yeah.
I always put the beginning of the reel. I always consider the real start to be around October of 2014. That's when we first, the original lineup, all four of us played together.
Yeah, we originally had a different drummer. Maddie was our keyboardist initially, and our dear drummer Dano Cracchiolo, who's in LA right now, or someplace in California anyways. If you're listening, we love you. He did play drums on that track, but all the rest are Maddie.
That was him. That was his feature on our album.
Yep.
He's pretty darn good.
Yeah,
You
he's
should listen to
extremely
him.
good.
Yeah.
And so you guys met in college, or?
Yes.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
correct. Alan and I did a pre-college program at UNCA called Pre-Rendezvous. So we both did the music-themed thing, and we met there. And then we met Maddie afterwards, and we were like, you know what? Let's be a band.
Yeah.
And that's the story.
And there wasn't a more romanticized kind of story? Not romantic like you guys like each other, but there wasn't a moment you looked into each other's eyes?
We just walked through a field and then started running and crazy music started playing and then we
that's
just
right.
Pretty
embraced.
much.
That's what happens.
That's-
Yeah. That's,
It is
basically
fact.
it.
It's canon
that's the true story. We usually try to tone it down.
for radio.
Yeah, or for anywhere. We just don't want people just I don't know. It's really it was an overwhelming experience. Brings back a lot of really great memories.
So you guys, to me, are a quintessential UNCA band because was this whole entire album recorded in Lipinski?
It was.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Nice. And since we have 2/3 of this band being music tech students, what kind of can you talk about what kind of microphones you guys used and what kind of mixing and mastering was done on Ich bin die Maschine? Did I do that right?
Well, let's let Alan say it. He's the German major.
Ich bin die Maschine.
Oh.
What does that translate to, Alan?
So that's a German phrase, translates to "I am the machine."
Yep.
So, anyways, mics and stuff. We weren't really involved with the mixing and mastering, so there's not really a lot I can tell you about that. But from what I remember, I know that Alan's voice when he sang, he didn't sing in By Your Side, but he sang in some of the other tracks. His voice was almost always a TLM 103. Sure. What other fun factor? I mean, some of the mics used in my voice were an RE20. Some on one of them it was a TLM 103, but most of the time that mic was used on Alan's voice. On Walking Away, I know that U87 was used.
That's very fancy mic.
It is
Those
a
are all
very fancy mic.
Very fancy radio mics too. I wish I was talking on a U87, then I would sound like I was on NPR. Just kidding.
Someday you'll get there.
One day.
But yeah.
But so the first time I heard Silicon Soldiers, I was listening to it in audio class because someone had recorded you guys, and the first thing the legendary Dr. Kirby said was, "Man, would they be popular in the '60s?" What do you think of that comment?
It's actually the first time I've heard that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'll take it as a compliment.
Yeah.
Heck, I mean,
I could definitely see him saying that.
I'm kind of interested. Do you remember what song it was?
I think it was one with a lot of plinky synth. I don't know.
Slinky synth.
Was it
It
with
might
the
have been-
Rhodes?
Yeah.
Oh, it might have been Morning Dove. then.
Morning
Yeah.
Dove. Yeah,
I think
we
it was
used-
Morning
Yeah, I
Dove.
bet it
that-
was.
That sounds.
Yeah, I could see that one is sort of 60s-ish. I wrote
Yeah.
most of that one. I think I wrote almost all of it before I met these guys. And back then I was a lot more into 60s stuff. So that doesn't surprise me. And I still like bands like Cream and the Beatles a lot, but I have some other influences in the math rock area now.
And Alan, what are your influences when you're singing and playing? You play bass, right?
Yeah.
Playing bass in Silicon Soldiers.
Yeah. I I'm really into the more math rock stuff. A lot of 90s emo, the emo revival stuff. Like really into American football. Really love their album. I'm a real big fan of the band TTNG from the UK.
So
Those
we
are
saw
awesome.
live.
Yeah, I
this-
got to see
this a few
them
weeks
live
ago.
over the summer.
Yeah.
Probably the best live show I've ever seen. They're just really great guys. Have like really great onstage chemistry.
Also,
It
we
was a
gave them a
great show.
copy of Ich bin die Maschine for what that's worth.
Nice.
But anyway, so I'm a fan of like a cleaner, more mellow sound, complex rhythms and whatnot. Just if it's pretentious, I'm into it. I guess vocal styling's just like I said, like a more mellow sound, like I guess almost a whiny kind of tone.
And Maddie, you're over there. You're kind of out of my sight right now. You need to
I'm out of
get
sight.
on over here. What are your influences?
I would say that I mean, I am pretty big into the rock music and all, but I guess I'm more of the like electronic side of the spectrum of the band. I like dance, techno, kinds of stuff that I guess you can kind of hear that through the whole chiptune thing and some of the different sounds with the synths and the piano and some of our songs, and just digital stuff.
How was your transition into being a drummer? How hard was that?
Well, I did take drum lessons in middle school, and so that was quite a while ago, and I kind of switched to keyboard for a while, but I have played drums in some other bands before, like in high school, and so it wasn't that bad. It was just kind of hard to get used to doing it in this type of a setting, and I had to bring my drums to school and all that.
So, altogether, all these influences, they make the very quirky sound of Silicon Soldiers. Have you ever had anyone try and put you guys in a genre before?
I've heard us compared to some groups. Like I've heard the Strokes a couple times. What other groups have I heard us compared to? I don't know. Anything that you guys can think of?
Not that don't think I've ever heard anybody compare us to anything. Usually it's like people will ask like, "Oh, what genre?" And we're like, alternative.
Yeah, indie alternative
Yeah.
is what
You
I
have
say.
to come up with a more adjective-filled one.
Yeah, we are.
I think on our Facebook it says like alternative / indie rock with a hint of math rock,
Just a hint.
which I guess we should probably define here since a lot of our listeners probably don't know what math rock is because most of the people we tell don't know what math rock
Yeah,
is.
they're like, is that Schoolhouse Rock?
Yeah,
Is
do
that,
you
like,
guys sing about
educational?
math?
Yeah, like
Not quite.
right. Usually the highlight to my day is when somebody's like, "Hey, what is that thing you're talking about?"
Yeah. But math rock is music that has intricate rhythms and or complex time signatures. So like for instance by your side, the intro is not in 4, which most music is. The intro is in 5, so it's like do 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 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. Just for an example.
Do you guys, sorry, I just got so entranced. I was like, do you guys think that a lot, because I know that did you take lessons growing up, Alan, in your instrument?
No, I'm completely self-taught.
So you're self-taught, and then I know Nick Cameron you were trained in vocals?
Yeah,
your
I was
whole life?
trained. I've been trained in vocals for like almost 10 years now. So that's by far the thing I have the most knowledge and experience with. But I started playing guitar like early high school, and I got reasonably proficient at it late high school, and I took lessons around then. I actually learned a lot of classical guitar around that time to sort of get my technique really solid.
And do you guys think that taking music theory with Dr. Boone has influenced any of your writing? Have you guys been able to dive into more complex time signatures or anything because of your training?
Actually, I'd say that I did more harmonically interesting things as a result of music theory. Like actually in our song "The Machine," which is you're gonna play later, there's a part where I can't remember for the life of me what this is called, but I learned about it in music theory club. We have a chord that goes up like a major third from what it is, but it stays major, whereas it should be minor. And I specifically remember a music theory club where that was brought up, and I was like, I should try that in my song, and so I did, and so now it's part of the song.
I remember when we were working on periodic fable, I just remember me and Alan we were just like talking about. Nick called it atonal. Is that actually atonal? And then we were like discussing it and like using all the terms that Dr. Boone taught us, and it was just a very fun and nerdy experience.
Yeah.
So, Alan, the German major.
Yep.
Why the title?
Well, there's a story behind that I don't remember.
Yeah. You don't remember how it happened.
No, we don't. The day after we were like, wait, where did this even come from? But we were sitting in Dr. Toby King's music history class.
Alan and
8
I,
o'clock.
that is.
Nick and I. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. We're tired. It's like whatever, and we're sitting there, and and Toby says something. I'm just like, we started translating stuff into German because why not? And it was just like, and so we were trying to, it started with like, I am the machine. And then it slowly, bit by bit, was translated into German. And we were like, that sounds really cool. We should do something with that.
Yeah.
And so here we are.
Here we are.
Do you get some good pronunciations?
We get some interesting ones.
Ich bin die Maschen.
Yeah. We've probably heard that one. It's like with our name being Silicon and that we can figure out quickly, A, who knows the periodic table, and B, who knows German.
Maddie, did you take music history with Dr. King?
I took the first one, yes.
All right, so I got a question. Silicon Soldiers is playing in a bar, and Papa Haydn walks in. What does he have to say?
Oh, man.
I ask the hard questions here on Novo Radio.
These are some hip tunes. You guys are pretty dang good. I'll buy your mixtape.
I always like your.
Yeah, I think so.
I always
think he
like
said
your
that.
Papa Haydn impersonations. Pretty good stuff.
Wow.
I'm pretty
that
sure
was,
that's what he sounded like.
That was a straight fire, fam.
So, did you guys play a lot of shows over the summer?
We did play one. I mean, it was sort of tricky because I'm from Maryland, and so I went back to Maryland to work and stuff. But I did grab the band and drag them up to Maryland with me for a week. And we did play a show, but more importantly, we recorded an EP, which is going to come out sometime in December. Theoretically, it's being mixed right now, and then it's going to be mastered. So that's cool. It's going to be called Plastic Paratroopers, and the idea behind it is that it's our songs that aren't like typically Silicon Soldier sounding. So it's like, Silicon Soldiers from another universe, the Plastic Paratroopers.
Because
like
the
that.
first album wasn't eclectic enough.
Yeah,
there was stuff that was too out there.
Yeah, like
to be on the first
Honestly,
album.
I'd say it's kind of more normal because
Yeah,
there's songs
because-
in 4.
Yeah, that's
what?
weird. But yeah, like one of the songs I wrote in high school is called Down, and that's like a straight up psychedelic blues, and that just didn't fit into Ich bin die Maschine at all.
So, do you have any shows coming up this fall?
We do, yeah. We're gonna play at the Block off Biltmore on September 16th. The show starts at 8 with our good friend William Hinson is opening for us. Shout out to William Hinson.
Shout out to vegans. Shout out to Gabe. Smiling.
But no, it seems like a pretty good venue. I think it'll be a really good time.
So you guys are juniors in college, 2 years from graduating.
3 years.
3 years.
3 years for me.
Do you guys want to be traveling musicians? Do you want to get into the van and go around and play the tunes?
I would love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds just like that would be awesome to me.
That's the goal.
I feel like the week up in Maryland for us was kind of like a test run of that.
Yeah, for
because we
sure.
were just together all day, every day, and it was just like, well, this is life for
Yeah.
a week.
Road tripping.
And
we didn't
I-
kill each other.
Yeah,
so.
I feel like we got along
Mission
pretty well.
accomplished.
yeah.
So yeah, I feel like if we had the opportunity, it would definitely be a great experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my dad's waiting on that because he always would say, "I'm going to be the roadie. I'm going to drive the tour bus." So,
I mean, he's welcome to.
Dad, your dreams are coming true.
My uncle, who was a cop, he's retired now, has said many times that when I'm rich and famous, he'll be our security guard. So,
I think we got the whole thing planned out.
yeah, we got all the people.
Yeah.
I watched a 30. That's so funny because I watched a 30 Rock episode this morning. I don't know why early, and there was one line, and it was like, Liz was like trying to be like, well, I have an uncle that has a cop, and the guy was like, everybody has an uncle that's a cop. So that's just very odd that
true.
you said that. That was insane.
That's a great show, though.
So what kind of snacks would be in the van? Because you guys would have to bring snacks, right?
We would. We'd have to be.
I've got that planned out.
Yeah.
Maddie lit up when I asked that question.
Yeah.
I've been
Well,
waiting.
she has a sensitive diet, so we have
I
to be.
have some allergies, and one of
Some.
my best friends,
Like 12.
One of my best friends is in culinary school, and she just got her culinary degree. Now she's going for baking and pastry arts, and so she has let us know that she's going to be our personal chef, and we're going to pay her the big bucks, and she's going to make us the snacks. So I am very pumped about that.
You guys got any snacks you want?
I don't know.
I'm down with anything.
Yeah.
Wow. Then Maddie's got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are really seeming like you're going to bring up the homies when you get there. You got the Uncle Cop, got the dad,
Well, you know,
got
you
the
gotta
bakery friend.
you gotta use the support system you have. You know.
Yeah.
Especially at our level.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the music scene in Asheville? Do you feel support from your fellow musicians?
Yes, I feel support from the people who we know. The climate in Asheville isn't ideal for our kind of music because there's a lot of punk and a lot of jam bands, a lot of bluegrass, a lot of jazz.
Yeah. A lot of folky stuff.
Yeah, our style doesn't quite fit into that, but I feel like for the people who do take the time to listen to us, they're like, wow, these guys are pretty good, and then we get a fan. So I think that it's more of an uphill battle for us than it would be for other bands, I think, but I think that we have the talent and ambition to get where we need to be.
What city would you guys be residing in? What's the...
I don't know. Math rock isn't super popular anywhere. I'm not
Probably,
sure.
honestly, if you're going for that kind of stuff, the more complex stuff, it would probably be West Coast, like California, LA, around there.
Oh, man, the traffic. I couldn't even imagine.
I loathe the idea of living in LA.
We have a DJ, this guy Jeff Mason, who works here at Asheville FM. He said that no matter what, like how fast you get going on the freeway, you can only travel 10 miles every hour in LA. Like even if you go like 60 for like 10 minutes, then you're gonna hit something and then go like nothing for like 20 minutes.
Well, we'll worry about that when we get there.
We'll worry about
We'll
it.
get like a tour bicycle or
Yeah, that's right.
3-person bike with like racks for all our gear and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
Sounds
what's gonna happen.
plausible.
Apparently, DC has a decent math scene.
Oh, well, that's
Oh,
true.
that's
We did see
true.
TTNG there, and a band that I know actually, some of the members, called Cartoon Weapons. They're awesome. Shout out to Cartoon Weapons. They got a gig there too. So opening for TTNG. So I mean, maybe we can get some gigs there, even though DC is a pain to drive around in,
Yeah.
as we discovered.
Everywhere. That's That's the struggle, I guess, that you have to do. Do you guys think that? What am I? Sorry, I'm like so off my game right
It's
now.
all good. You're just awe-inspired by us.
I am awe-inspired by you guys because I just keep on zoning out and looking at the Silicon Soldiers shirt.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing our Silicon Soldiers T-shirt. You
where
can get it.
Where did you guys get shirts made?
Merchly.
Is it
Yeah, I think so.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Sweet. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's where we got it from. It's like a subsect of CD Baby who distributed our album, and those guys are great. I have them like on speed dial on my phone for whenever I have a question.
The bros.
They're awesome. Nothing but good things to say about them. But their T-shirt company makes like shirts for relatively cheap if you're getting a bunch of custom-made shirts. So we got a bunch of Silicon Soldiers T-shirts for them, which will be for sale at our concerts.
That is awesome. How did you guys get all your stuff on all of these platforms? Who's the manager? Who did all of this?
Nick.
Well, yeah, Nick does the brunt of the like business side paperwork.
Yeah, but CD Baby is the one who put it on all the platforms. We put it on Bandcamp ourselves, but I think that's the only place we put it up ourselves.
Well, we put it on YouTube ourselves as well.
Oh, YouTube and SoundCloud.
Yeah.
But everything else was CD, baby. So it's on iTunes and Amazon and all the like
And
real legit
Spotify.
thing, and Spotify, all the super
That's
legit
cool.
platforms.
That's very
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super legit.
For what you're paying them, it's a steal.
Yeah, it's awesome.
The distribution through those guys is awesome.
Mhm.
I'm a huge fan of
Yeah,
their
I got
business.
nothing but good things to say about them.
I
Yeah.
haven't been on iTunes. And probably 2011, my password I forgot iTunes, and I've literally never been on since. Every once in a while I'll go and I'm like, I don't know what the password is. I just never try, but maybe I'll try. Yeah, for you guys,
For us.
For us.
Silicon Soldiers. So you guys used to play a lot in the grotto.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did that
Actually,
ever
we-
hurt your ears?
Yeah.
Well, it's not ideal, but we're actually probably going to play in the grotto again sometime this semester. But now we have the great thing is that now that we have merch to sell, we can make some money even from that, which we aren't paid for by the school, which we're okay with because we're just walking to someplace on campus.
And also we
playing,
can
so.
invite all our friends and be like, hey, it's on campus. Come
And-
to
and
our
it's
show. And you don't have
free.
to drive
Yeah.
all over the place and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly.
What kind of venue would you guys? What's an ideal? Do you have any favorite venues in America that you would love to play at?
Oh, Wembley Stadium. Just kidding. Gosh, I don't know. I haven't thought about that. I mean,
Yeah,
we're just sort of taking what we can get right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I kind of liked playing outside when we played in Maryland because that was very.
yeah, we
It
just
was really chill.
Yeah.
It felt like a mini music festival.
Yeah, we were just at my house when we played in Maryland. I
We
just
like,
invited a bunch of friends and had a bunch of other local bands play. It was a
Maybe
good
like a
time.
nice amphitheater.
Yeah, playing outside is pretty fun.
Have you guys played at a lot of house shows yet?
Not yet.
Nope.
Again,
Nope.
partially because we're not the ideal Asheville band, but but like I said,
You
once
can
we
still try. Yeah.
yeah. I just need to get in contact with the right people, I guess.
Yeah. Just,
People think because we're not punk, we're not DIY enough.
We're very DIY.
We did the whole
Yeah.
EP, all the recording of it,
Yeah,
pretty much
all by
in Nick's
ourselves.
basement. So that's pretty DIY, if you ask me.
but no, we're trying to get into the house show scene for sure.
And you did all the recording for this EP
Yes, we recorded everything ourselves.
and mixed and mastered it.
No,
No.
I'm paying my good buddy Alex King to mix it for us. He mixed
Shout out to Alex King.
Shout out to Alex King.
Yeah.
He's the man.
Good guy.
He mixed half of Ich bin die Maschine for free because it was for student projects, and so we were like, you know what, we should pay this man
Yeah.
to
He's-
mix for
he's
us.
really
And
good.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and all the people who mixed our album were great. They're all
Yeah.
awesome, but it's just that we have a strong relationship with him. So
And Alex's beard. Yeah, a
And his
relationship with
beard.
him
Yeah.
and his beard.
The beard
Yeah, I would
really adds
say-
to the quality of
That's
yeah,
right,
I would
yeah.
say I'm mostly in it for the beard.
yeah,
It's pretty amazing.
It's
It is. It's
a
pretty
rather
wild.
impressive beard.
What kind of software did you mix it on or record onto?
Pro Tools.
Pro Tools.
Yeah,
Pro Tools is a fun one.
yeah, Pro Tools is good. I mean, it's what I know how to use, and it's what I have. So
So where can people find the album?
Where
Oh,
can't
here
they
we
find
go.
the
Yeah,
album?
that's a
the
better question.
It's-
Can't find it on MySpace.
You can't find it on MySpace.
Not
but
yet.
I feel like every show we've played, we're like, oh yeah, we're on every social media, and then somebody inevitably asks,
About
"Are you
MySpace.
on MySpace?"
Yeah. I feel like we need to just get
Why
a
don't you get
MySpace
the
just for that.
MySpace?
It's gonna
Get the
happen one
MySpace.
day.
One day.
Yeah,
But no,
eventually.
our music is available on every online major online platform you can think of, as
Yeah.
far as I'm aware, anyways.
iTunes,
Amazon,
Amazon,
CD
Google
Baby,
Play.
Google Play.
big fan of Google
Bandcamp.
Play.
And you guys are on Facebook / Silicon Soldiers. Is everything under?
I
You got
think it's
Twitter?
Silicon
Soldiers
Band, I
Band
think.
on
Yeah,
those
and
places.
if you look us up on Google, the entire first page is us, so you'll find our social media
Are there
eventually.
pictures of you guys?
Yeah.
What if people
yeah,
wanna know
If you
it?
go on images.
Yeah, and we have an Instagram. So
Oh yeah, totally.
That's
I'm
true.
gonna have to take a picture of you guys because right now I'm looking at Alice. That's what's happening. I'm looking
our
at,
shirts are too distracting.
The shirts are so distracting because Alan's wearing this shirt that says "How to Pick Up Chicks," and it has a stick figure picking up a chicken, and it's like step 1, bend at knees, step 2, keep back straight, and then lift with legs. And I keep on looking at it, and it's so funny.
That's gonna be our thing. Silicon Soldiers, the best
The
T-shirts.
graphic
The best
tees.
t-shirts.
I need
I
to
have
work on that.
nothing. I have nothing but graphic tees. 'Cause
Graphic.
for
I
a
like
while
the
in high
phrase
school,
graphic tees.
for a while in high school, that's all people would get me.
Yeah.
It was just so I have all these graphic tees, and I feel kind of bad wearing some of them in Asheville because there's such a huge vegetarian and vegan presence.
Yeah,
And I
for-
have this one shirt that I'm really like. It's It says like I heart cows on it, but the heart is a cheeseburger.
Yeah. Hopefully, we won't get kicked out of the block off Biltmore.
Yeah. Well, I won't
Dude,
wear
how
the
dare
shirt
you.
for that.
Now then you'd be allowed into the punk scene.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Oh, wow.
It's like-
We're edgelords.
Just
Yeah.
kidding. I think punks are vegan.
That's
I
true,
think
actually.
you're right, yeah.
I mean, does
At least here in
the
Asheville.
I don't think they
what
kicked
what
us out.
trumps
I'm
what? Does being
pescatarian.
vegan trump sticking it to the man, or the other way
Oh
around?
man.
That is
question
a
for a
question
punk
Gabe
band.
Smiley. No. So when is that show you guys are playing in September?
September 16th, 8 p.m. The
Yep.
block off Biltmore.
It's a
with
Friday.
William Henson. It's a Friday. It's
Yeah.
great. $3 cover, which is
Yeah.
pretty reasonable.
Mhm.
All right. Well, thanks for coming into Novo Radio today,
course.
guys.
Thank
Yeah.
Thanks
you.
for having
Thank
us.
you for having us. Yeah.
And this is The Machine by Silicon Soldiers.